So Cole Adams made two similar videos of this type. He made one of the downfall of Oregon football and the downfall of Baylor football. So I figured I'm going to do the exact same thing, but with my team, Tennessee. If you guys didn't know, I'm an enormous Volunteers fan. My grandpa actually played there, and he actually tried out for the Falcons but didn't make it. But he's always been a big Volunteers fan, and I might even be going to a Volunteers game this year, and I may even vlog. I'll keep you posted about that, but it's a very distant maybe. Anyway, but I feel like I kind of had to make this video, and it's going to be the downfall of Tennessee football. And this is going to be very tough for me to make, but I feel like we just kind of have to get right into it. So prepare yourselves. And oh, by the way, the two videos that I mentioned of Cole Adams, the downfall of Oregon and Baylor football, the links for those will be in the description if you guys want to check them out. I do recommend them. They are very good watches. But anyway, let's get into this. So for a program to fall, they must come up first. And for this, Tennessee had two guys. It was Josh Dobbs and Alvin Kamara. These guys were perfect. Josh Dobbs is an elite dual threat quarterback who actually, if you guys didn't know this is a little bit off topic, but he majored in aerospace engineering. If you look at a lot of athletes' resumes, like academic-wise, it's stuff probably as useless as underwater basket weaving. I'm not even kidding when I say that. So the fact that he was able to balance his time with aerospace engineering and football, that's just amazing. And then Alvin Kamara, who's on the Saints now, you can see him running the ball right now. But let's see. So these guys, Dobbs came in 2013, and Kamara actually came in 2015. But 2015 was the year Dobbs became the starter. So these guys pretty much came at the exact same time. And so the 2015, the SEC was worried about these two guys. And after they started 1-0, they went home to play Oklahoma. And this was a very close game that I remember watching, but Oklahoma did end up winning the game. This is Baker Mayfield's first real good game, if you guys didn't know that. But then they the Sooners just won 31-24. But after winning week 3, they went to Gainesville to take on the Florida Gators. And the Florida, I have my dislikes with this team. As you can see here, it was not the best game. And I just have two words, and they are Antonio Callaway. Just watch this play.
On fourth downs. Snap to Greer. Greer looking, throws the ball, got a receiver. There's a catch made on the near sideline. Down the right side, 35-30. It'll be Callaway down the sideline. He's going to score! He's going to score! He's going to score! It's a touchdown! Oh my! Oh my! Hard attempt to win the game. There's the snap, the set down, the kick is up. It's going to be off the right. It is going to be no good! Wide right! Wide right! Gators win the game! Oh my! One for the age.
And as I showed, they went and missed the field goal. So this was rough. This is a bad setback. But UT still had some tough games too, as they lost to Arkansas, but then they beat Georgia. But then they got Alabama, who's always a tough game, and they did end up losing that game. But this lit a fire in the Vols. They won their last 5 games, beating South Carolina, North Texas, Kentucky, Vanderbilt, and Missouri. So, and they ended up beating Northwestern in the Music City Bowl. The Outback Bowl. So, but this was the year they really had to get stuff done. 2016. Dobbs was in his senior year, and Kamara was most likely leaving for the NFL draft. So the Vols needed to show up. And the first part, they did. They started 5-0, and they even beat Florida, which you're going to see some highlights in about a few minutes from that Florida game. And then they got Georgia. And this, I do remember watching this game when Dobbs heaved this prayer up to the end zone, and it fell into the hands. Let me just roll that clip. This is amazing.
Dobbs heaves it. They're bunched up in the end zone. It's tipped up. It's caught. It is caught. Jawan Jennings. Jawan Jennings.
So as you can see, that was a great play. But then after that, they had the tough stretch to go through. They had to obviously go through number 1 Alabama, which they ended up losing, and then they had a big matchup against number 8 Texas A&M, and Tennessee was ranked 9. And they ended up losing. And then another game that helped the downfall, it was South Carolina. However, they were able to win 4 of their last 5 games, and they beat Nebraska. And this one was the Music City Bowl. But after this is where it goes downhill. Dobbs and Kamara were gone to the NFL draft, and the 2017 season was rough. And Cole Adams, I know you're watching this video. I know you appreciated the shout out at the beginning. You have to make a video on how Butch Jones is terrible. And I am so glad they fired him at the end of the 2017 season. But with all the bad recruiting, with everything, and with the horrible decisions at the end of games, including this bad decision, and this is the game that spiked the downfall. It was against Florida again. Again, it has to be Florida. Why? Why is it always the Gators? And I'll just roll the clip and rip the Band-Aid off.
Snap to Franks. Franks dropping back, stepping up, running the ball, looking. He's going to heave one deep down the field. It's going to be to the goal line. It's going to be gone. It's a touchdown, and the Gators have won the game. Tyreek Cleveland. Oh, my. I can't believe what I just saw.
Yeah. I cannot believe that he would call not prevent when they're about to run a Hail Mary. How do you call man in that situation? That is... I don't even know what is running through his head. And then UT only ended up winning 2 more games that entire year. They did not make a bowl game, and Butch Jones was fired. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. But yeah, and oh my goodness. Ugh. But I would be lying if I didn't say I'm a little bit hopeful. Even though we ended up losing 40-17 to West Virginia, I feel like this team could be back. I feel like it takes only one good recruiting class to get a school back. And I feel like Tennessee could be that team. I feel like next year they might get some good recruits. I mean, I don't know. Any program can pop up at any point. And I do think it's going to be interesting to see when the Vols come back. If there's anything I want for the SEC, is to have Tennessee be competitive. Just those games at Neyland are so energetic with 102,000 fans just screaming at the top of their lungs. It's so amazing, and I really wish I get to go there sometime. I might even be going this year, but we're still trying to work stuff out. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Both of the 2 links for Cole Adams' videos are in the description. I really recommend checking those out. They're very good watches. If you want to see more of these types of videos, make sure you drop a like and a sub for the channel. We're on that road to 100.